Hi, I'm sharing with you today about the energies of masculine and feminine, and maybe to demystify a little bit of what we think of in these energies and really what they mean for us as fully embodied beings. That these two energies are not separate from one another. So we're going to look at it through the lens of Hindu mythology using the language of Shiva and Shakti. Maybe you've heard of these words before. So Shiva is associated with the energy of masculine. So again, this is beyond man and woman. This is not gender, this is energy. And Shiva, the masculine, is said to be the consciousness. It's the darkness. It's like the void before the life, before the seen. It's the unseen. So there's consciousness and subconsciousness in that. And the Shakti energy is everything that is not that. So for there to be darkness, there has to be light. We literally would not know what darkness is without the concept of light. Same. We wouldn't know what light was without knowing that there was an opposite. So when life comes into existence, there's duality. There's this seed of oneness before life is burst into existence. And that existence is what we can see, what we feel, what as humans, as living beings, we interact with. And there's duality in every part of that. We can't know softness without knowing the hardness. One creates the other. And this idea of having that Shiva masculine means that the feminine is its opposite. It's its polar opposite. We can't have one without the other though. It's said that Shiva is this structure. It's the container for Shakti to be danced into life. I love that phrasing from the Hindu mythology. Shiva allows Shakti to be danced into life. Our masculine presence and consciousness, the structure, allows life, flow, change to occur. It allows the growth, the evolution. The nothingness allows the somethingness. And this is what Shakti, what feminine is. Feminine is life embodied, with always the holding of the masculine. So we honor the masculine, knowing that without that, we could not be here living. It's just like without the structure, we wouldn't be able to have the freedom inside of that. Think of a tree. Without the deep roots, the structure, the darkness that comes from, or the seed, or before the seed, we wouldn't have the trunk and the trees and the leaves growing, the vibrancy, the life expressed. So this is what it means to understand Shiva, Shakti, masculine, feminine, from a way of harmony, not separation. So much of the work now, which is a lot based in masculine, feminine understanding, in spirituality, this is growing, this field of understanding, can sometimes be misconstrued when we think that it's one or the other. I'm either masculine or I'm feminine. Or to tap into my feminine essence, I need to throw away my masculine because it's bad. Not at all. Yes, there are masculine structures in the world, in our culture, that have brought out this way of being where we're not in harmony with our feminine. Yes, that has been perpetuated throughout the years, through patriarchy and other forms of systems where it really honors the masculine way, not the feminine. Yes, this has happened. Does it serve us to stay in that narrative of us versus them to move forward? Does it serve us to be the victim as the feminine, saying, oh, but the masculine is this and it's given us that? I don't believe it does. We can honor our past, we can understand our history, we can have compassion for the pain of how things have happened, And we don't need blame. We don't need separation to move forward. What we need actually is union. So in this way, we honor the masculine. We honor that part within us that can have structure, order, focus. Right now, I'm using my focus to express to you. But the expression is coming from intuition. I did not create notes. So this intuitive connection I have to trusting myself, even moving my body, this is a feminine form of expression. But the structure of the masculine is here to help me in my ideas, my focus, the structure of having a camera right here, the structure of what I need to do later to post this online. They're always interacting and dancing with one another. So the work in masculine or feminine, whether we're healing our feminine, healing our masculine, whether we're working with each as men or women, it's always about coming home to union. It's always about how can we dance more gracefully in these energies? How can we be aware of them? Being aware of them is where we can then move from them from choice. So maybe up until now you've been moving from more of your masculine way as a woman, not from choice but from habit, again from the systems and the cultures we're in. But now, from our understanding, we have choice, and that is our empowerment. Empowerment is not having the blame and the focus on the systems outside. Empowerment is owning what is inside and moving from that place. That is what creates the change outside. It starts from us. So this work is something that comes deeply in our work of the goddess archetypes, especially when we dive into the deeper archetypes, the more shadow. We have light and dark goddesses. The darker goddesses actually have more of their masculine anchored into them. They are still goddess, they are still Shakti, they are still life expressed. And we look to these archetypes to see the embodiments of energy that are within us. They're not outside of us. It's not about matching an image of them. It's not about trying to be the divine feminine over there. It's what is your unique way of expressing these different energies, the dynamic energies of Shakti. How can you own them more? How can you be aware of maybe your oppression or repression in these energies to be a more fully embodied being? To be a more expressive, feminine goddess that you are. This is the work that I dive into and explore with you on our immersion and also in personal coaching and my retreats. There is so much wisdom that these goddesses share because the goddesses are you, and it's really just about remembering your wisdom. And I'd love to help you with that. Thank you.